Hi all. So in previous video we will discuss about error and exception, right? So we went through the example related to Stack Overflow error, right? In this video we will discuss about exception. Under that exception I told you something called checked exception. So we will go with an example related to IOException, right? uh, as I mentioned before, there are couple of ways you can handle the exceptions, like try catch block, try with resource block, right? And then other part is you can add the throws to method signature, right? Okay, so we will go with the kind of example that IO exception. So I'm going to handle this exception uh, by define that to the method signature, right? um, okay, so I will open my int okay, so I will open my IntelliJ. Here I have created package called util under main Java, right? So I have already created a class, right? That class name is properties handler, right? Properties handler. And I have created I'm going to create a new class, a new file called properties under resources folder, right? Here you can see the resources folder, which is under main Java, right? Under the main, sorry, not Java, under main you can find that resources folder. uh, if someone could not find this, right? So I'm going to delete this one. Okay, so I have deleted that resource folder, so now I have no resource folder. Then what you can do is you can just right click on that main folder, right? And create new directory. If you do not have resource folder, so it will suggest this resources folder uh, under the directory. So what you need to do is you can just double click on that, so that resources folder has been created. So now you can see that, right? So what you need to do is I'm going to right click on that resources folder and create new file. Okay, my file name is user details, right? User details dot properties, right? I'm going to create user details dot properties file. It's a property file, right? So under the properties file, inside properties file, I define couple of properties like username, right? So I put the username as I will say next gen automation 123 is my username, right? And I'm going to define the password. So password equal uh, 1 2 3 4 5 6 at ABC is my password, right? Right. Then I'm going to read this properties file uh, through the properties handler, right? uh, Here you can see that under the properties handler I have created a method called uh, read properties. So using this read properties method, now I am going to read this properties file, right? So you need to put the main method if you need to run and verify this one, right? Okay, read properties, right? So what you can do is first you need to define properties, right? Properties, that properties comes under java.util package, right? Properties is a file which contains kind of key value pairs, right? So I will give a name as properties. Variable name is equal new properties, right? So I'm going to create the object from properties class, right? So then what I need to do is I need to load the existing properties from the properties file. So I can say properties dot load, right? You can see now that load is expecting a parameter which is input parameter, right? Input stream, right? So load, so I need to give the input stream where the properties file I have saved, right? Here you can see that I'm so now I'm going to create input stream, right? Input stream, so I will give the name as input stream is equal, right? So now I'm going to read that properties file from the resources folder. So if you need to read something from the resources folder, you can say get class dot get class loader dot get resource as stream, right? So that stream is expecting the name, right? So you can say user details properties, right? I will give user details, right? Dot sorry, user detail dot property, right? Is my file name, right? Okay, so once you give that name, right, now you can see. So once I hover my mouse into that onto the get resource as a string, right? uh, yeah, that's fine. So then what I can do is I will just give that input stream to here, right? So now you can see red line in load, it's asked me to add exception to method signature, right? So it's expecting to pass IO exception. Basically IO exception means it's input output exception. uh, that means at the compiler determines there might be an exception happens at runtime, right? So it asks me to add exception to method signature, right? So I will click on that, right? You can see that throws is the keyword. It's that method is expecting to pass throws keyword, which is expecting to pass IO exception. That means basically input output exception. It's expecting that specific file might not be there, right? Then program needs to pass the special exception, right? Okay, so then what you can do is, so now I'm going to put s out here, right? S out, and I'm going to print the username, right? Username, right? I'm going to concatenate with plus sign, so I can say properties dot get property, right? Get property. So you need to pass the key. So I will give username, and here s out, password, then password concatenate properties dot get property, uh, get property here, and I'll say it's the keys password, right? Okay, so now I'm going to, run the run this one, right? And get the output, right? So in main method I'm going to create new object from properties handler. Here properties handler dot I'm going to call that method read properties method. Okay, so in here you can see red color line. So I hover my mouse, it asks me to add exception to method signature, because that specific method return specific method might throws the IO exception. Then I need to pass that or throw this IO exception from the method as well, main method as well, right? Okay, now I'm going to run this one, right? Here you can see that my username value is this one, what I have saved under properties, right? And this one is the password. So now you can understand how to throws how to use the throws with method signature, and we have read the properties file, right? Okay, so if I remove this properties file, or if I just rename this one, right? Okay, I'm going to rename this one with 1 2. Then there is no properties file called user details dot properties, right? Now I'm going to run. Here you can see that uh, the in stream parameter is null, right? This exception happens because there is no property file with given name here. Load input stream, that input stream gives the error, right? Okay, so in here you can see that properties handler, and I have created variable called characters, right? So that character variable contains couple of characters which is starting from a, right, which is uppercase A to Z, and lowercase a to Z, and 0 to 9, and equal slash and underscore and dash signs, right? uh, so what I need to do is I need to create kind of authentication token, right? This is not the correct way to create the authentication tokens, but for this example I'm going to create an authentication token using these characters, right? So I'm using 20 length of authentication token, right? So then I am going to save that authentication token in the token.properties property file. So you can see that I have created config package, and under that package I have created token.properties file, right? Remember that if you need to read something from the properties file, then you can put that file inside the resources folder. But if you need to read and write into property file, so better to you can create the folder which is from the, that means you can create a folder inside your root, and you can create a folder and then create the read write file, right? The reason is once you write the file, you cannot that program could not specifically point to the resources folder, right? It's the way you can read it, but if you need to write something, better to create separate file in root, right? Okay, so here first I need to generate the authentication token, right? Generate auth token. So what I can do is I'm going to create string builder, right? So string builder, uh, string builder equal new string builder, right? Okay, so later on we will discuss about string. So right now you need to get one thing, that means string is immutable, right? So you could not, so what I'm going to do is through the for loop I'm going to randomly get character from this character variable, or these characters. I randomly pick a character and get it to that specific variable, and then at the second time also I pick randomly from these characters, right, and append it to the previous one. So likewise I'm going to iterate 20 times and generate token, right, authentication token with 20 characters, right? So you can append only from the string builder or string uh, here this one is string builder, so other one is called string buffer, right? So you can use a string buffer as well, right? So but you can't use a string only, right? If you are using a string is basically immutable, right? So that means once you define a string to some variable, you can't change it, right? So we will discuss these things later. So that's the reason I'm using string builder, right? Okay, so I'm using for loop. for int I is equal 0 to I less than 20, because I need to iterate 20 times, and I plus plus, right? Here so I need to pick one randomly, so better to create random class as well, random object as well. Random equal new random, right? Okay, so then what I can do is I can say random dot next int, right? Next int, and here I can say that 0 to this one is chars characters dot length, gives the length of this character set, right? um, so I need to append this one to string builder, right? Previously string builder is empty, right? Okay, or else what you can do is we can say string builder dot append. We can use append method, right? And put that into string builder, right? Okay, so now here you can see that method is returning string. So this is not void type, this one is string, so then you need to return that string builder as a string, right? So I can say string builder dot to string. I need to convert it to string and return from the method, right? Then what you can do is, so now I need to check that generate or token method is uh, working perfectly. Okay, so I can do I can call that generate token, right? And I can get this out of this one, right? Okay, right, then I'm going to run this one. Okay, okay, now you can see that which is we will just count its 20 characters is there, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 should be 20 characters. What happened? Okay, so in here, not the actually this one returns the index, right? This one return the index, that means from the character that specific index, right? So what you need to do is you can say char sorry characters dot chart, right? Char at that specific index, right? Okay, so this will definitely return and append that to string builder 20 times, right? Okay, so you can see now which is mix of that whole thing, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it has 20 characters, right? Okay, now it's okay. So now what we need to do is that generate auth token is fine. Now we need to uh, uh, write that generated auth token to uh, auth properties file, right? So I have created token.properties here, right? Okay, so what you need to do is you can say that s out sorry you can say like properties here. We have created properties here, right? We can say in the same way properties. Here we will give another name. We can give another name like auth properties, right? Auth properties equal new properties, right? Okay, Thereafter we can say auth properties, then auth properties, and then we can say auth properties dot set property. You can set the property uh, as key value pair. So I will save the key as auth, right? And I can give the value like I'm going to call the generate auth token method, right? Then it will generate me the auth token and return as a string, right? So then I can save that one, right? Auth properties dot, the method is store, right? So you can see that store is expecting two parameters. One is out parameter, that means output stream. The other one is comment, right? Okay. In here I will put store, and I need to create that output stream, right? So I can create output stream like output stream equal new file output stream, right? So in the new file output stream you can provide the path, right? So how can you provide the path? System dot uh, get property, right? So in system dot get property you can provide user dot dir. That means this will basically return you the current directory of the of your system, right? Plus in Windows you know that you need to put slash, sometimes double slash, or in Windows you can use this backward slash as well, right? But it depends on the system, right? So you don't want to worry about that which slash or which kind of style you need to put that slash, right? So what you need to do is you can just say file, right? File comes from Java IO, right? File dot separator. So that will that file dot separator will responsible to put the correct slash according to your environment, right? uh, then after that I'm going to sorry, I have created that config folder, right? Here you can say config. After that you can say file dot separator, right? After that you can give the name. That name is token dot properties, right? Token dot properties. Okay, right. Then you can see that red color line. So it asked me to add exception to method signature. Yes, I add that to method signature, and I put that put a stream to here, and I put null value to comment, right? So I don't want to pass any comment, right? So in store is also getting red color line. So you can see add exception to method signature. You can see that that throws will convert it to IOException. So that means basically it will return IOException, right? Okay. So now I'm going to call that that one, right? S out. I'm going to remove this S out part, and I'm going to call that write auth token method, right? Instead of this one I can say dot write auth token, right? Okay, so now I'm going to run this program. Here it's okay, so I need to put the semicolon here. Okay, we will run this again. Okay, so that program is finished now, and so I'm going to open my token file here. Here you can see that generated file is there, right? Sorry, generated token is there, right? Okay, so then what you need to do is so now I'm going to read this one uh, from properties handler, right? Okay, so how can you do that, right? So what we can do is in the same way we need to put the input stream. So I will put input stream is equal new input stream. So you need you need to say file input stream, right? Here file input stream. So you need to pass this value, right? This value means you need to pass the exact path, right? So I can just copy this one because it's kind of repetitive work, right? So no need to define it 2 times in same file. So what I can do is I can say private string sorry, I can say private final, right? So then we need to study that final word as well, right? If you define a variable like final, so you can't change its value, it's constant, right? So private final string, then I can say that config file path, config file path, right? Okay, so inside that okay, so I will define that config file path like this, right? Okay, so I'm going to copy this one and pasted it here, like here you can see that I just remove this part and give the config file path instead. Okay, in here as well I will give the config file path to here, and now I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to here you can see that auth properties is common for both methods. So what I need to do is I just cut this one from here and I put it in the global scope here, auth properties as a global variable, right? So now I need to put auth properties here. So in that point, read auth token. So what I need to do is I need to load that existing properties, right? So I can say auth auth properties dot store, sorry, not a store, actually load. Okay, load from input stream, right? Load from the input stream, and you can see that load is also asked to pass exception to method signature, right? Okay, so then I can say like I can just read this one actually, right? Put this out and I'm going to read this one, auth properties dot get property, right? I need to pass the key, right? My key is actually auth. I think this one is auth, what I yeah, I put as a auth as a key, right? So now I'm going to read that auth token, right? Instead of this one I put read auth token method. I call read auth token method, and I'm going to run this program again, right? Here you can see that it get that auth token from the auth file, right? Auth properties file, and you can see that program will display it to here, right? So now you know that how to pass exceptions through the method signature by using throws keyword, and you know how to handle, you know the meaning of output, sorry, you know the purpose of input string, sorry, you know the purpose of string builder, right? Instead of using string, right? Here also you have you get understand related to input stream and output stream as well. Then you know how to use properties class, right? And store the values in properties while in Java, right? And furthermore you know how to use random class to generate random file. Either way, given a string set of in any way you can generate kind of random number, or you can generate random number as index, and then pass it to whatever the character string you have defined, and you can pick one from here, right? So you have studied couple of things through this video, as well as here how to get something in resources folder by calling get class load and get resource as a stream method, right? Okay,